Hello, my name is Monsignor Chab, and I am in EDM 310 at the University of South Alabama. And this is my reflection. Let me start by telling you, if you plan to take this class, you need to be able to commit a lot of time and hours to this class. That was my first mistake. When I signed up for this class, I thought this class was a basic computer class. Boy, was I wrong. This class is about technology. The class was overwhelming for me at first, but that's because I wasn't open-minded to learning. I want to come to this class and get on the computer for maybe an hour or so or less, do a little work, typing, and be done with it. But that wasn't the case. So, this was the class that taught me a valuable lesson. Now, my reflection about the class, about myself, is that, first of all, I didn't commit myself 100%. If I would have committed myself 100% from the get-go, then I probably would have a better grade than what I want to receive now. I started off procrastinating. And that's the worst thing you can ever do in this class, is to procrastinate. We had a week to do our assignments, and I would wait to do it the last minute. It was due every Sunday, and I would probably wait to maybe between Friday or even Sunday to do it. And that wasn't a good idea. And that made my work sloppy because I rushed through it. But the class is a class that you will forever be grateful that you took, because it will teach you about things beyond your imagination. I mean, it makes you think outside the box. It makes you become creative in your teaching skills, your teaching knowledge, in educating your future students. And I think that because of this class, I will be a better teacher. Even though I had a rough start with the class. A rough start and a rough middle. But because of Dr. Strange and the person he was and his lab assistants, he didn't give up on me. And I thank him for that. Because I think if he would have given up on me, I probably would have maybe withdrew from the class or just completely failed the class. But it has taught me that this class has taught me that I need to be better prepared. And that's in every aspect, professionally, morally, all of the above. I realized that with time, and if I would have did my work in a, accurate time, I would have gotten a better response from Dr. Strange. But I'm not going to dwell on that because that's in the past. The class taught me about a lot of different ways to enhance my teaching ability and my learning ability, especially the blogging, which I think probably for me was probably the easiest one for me to do, blogging, because I'm a person that's really not, I hate to say this, computer literate, but the blogging, it was, once I got the hang of it, it was simple. And I think that's one of the programs that I would most definitely use as an educator. I think students will get a lot from that, especially when you can blog and talk to people from around the world, different countries. It was very interesting. It was blogging, and the making the movies, I think, was one of my hardest tasks, because I had to be in front of a camera, and like I'm doing now, and try to make a movie, and to, as Doctor Strange required, to upload it, download it, share it with friends. And I wasn't very good at that. But once I did do it and saw the outcome, I was pleased with it. But I want to tell anyone that takes this class from a personal aspect, that you have to be ready to learn. You have to be open-minded. You have to be able to dedicate time and preparation, because you have to prepare for this class. This is a class that you cannot just say, oh, okay, I'm going to comment on something and post it. It doesn't work that way. Or I'm going to make a movie and share it with my friends. That doesn't work that way. The class is a class that if you don't, or if you're not willing to learn, you will get left behind. You won't be able to be the teacher or educator you need to be with your class and your students if you are not willing to do what it takes to learn about technology. And I had to find that out the hard way. This class, if I had to take the class over again, I would go about it in a totally different way. I would put my nose to the grind from the very first day. I would make sure that I kept up with my information, my assignments, and not just wait till that day to do my assignments, but to actually just get on there and maybe, I guess in a sense, browse the computer, the technology world. Because that's really what it's all about. It's about you or me browsing the world of technology to see what's out there, to see what I could bring to my class or my future class, my future students, and that would enable them to carry on with technology and to be able to learn. Because technology has gotten to the point, well, I think that school on a personal level is going to be obsolete soon. Everything's going to be done by the click of a button. And if you're not willing to, like I was, not willing to get with the program, you'll be left behind. You won't be the teacher that you need to be in a classroom environment. So I'm hoping that this class and my reflection will help other students, future students that are going to take this class, EDM 310, will see that it's not about just going to class. It's not about just getting on there saying, okay, I did my assignment. It's not about that. It's not about just doing an assignment. It is about grasping, learning, understanding, broadening your horizon. It's limitless. It is limitless to what you can do in this class and with the technology that Dr. Strange puts in front of you. He puts it in front of you, and all you have to do, and all I had to do was to be willing to learn it. I had a lot of rough time, a lot of rough mountains, rocky mountains, rough roads in that class. But overall, to this day, I am glad I took the class. I'm glad that it was a struggle for me, because now I see is going to help me in the future. I mean, the simple things I was messing up on, like, I'm going to give you an example, creating a button. Most of you all probably say, oh, I know what that is. But me, I didn't know what that was. And that's because I did not stay up with my assignments, reading up with my assignments, keeping up with my activities, my projects, all of it. And that kind of made me fall behind. But I've been working on that, and I've been working on other things to try to get better and to enhance my capability with this class. And I think that Dr. Strange will be proud of me, and I think that I know that I will be proud of myself for what I have accomplished, even though I know I still have a long way to go. I mean, everything in this class you can use in a classroom environment. There's nothing in this classroom that you cannot take with you. And I am going to try and be creative like Dr. Strange was, to make my students be creative in all the websites, the Skyping, the Twitter, the Symbaloo, the blogging, learn about Wordle. All these things will be beneficial to me and to my class.